morning and welcome to Frank's School. 7th year, 43rd day, I think that's right. First video, the making of the movie Resurrection is what my subject is. And I want to talk about some gods and goddesses that are absent. They're notably, I should say notably absent, because they're, in a way, they're the easy ones. Mars, especially. Mars, the god of war. Ares was his name in Greek. So many movies, I don't want to say all of them, but so many movies depend on weapons, explosions, battles, fighting. I mean, now, it's always been like that to some extent, but not so many, I don't think. So Mars, no. Let's see if we don't need him. Matter of fact, I even thought about putting a scene in there where Festus takes some rifles, say, or what do they call them, long guns, and it puts them in the forge, melts them down, and forges them into something else, as an allusion to that idea of forging your swords into plowshares. But that would just kind of be inconvenient in a way. But Mars is probably the principal one. Can you make a movie still without that kind of violence? Zeus, king of the gods. No. Yeah, Marion is the leader, I suppose, but he's not that kind of a leader at all. Hera, the nagging wife. No. Or queen of the gods. Apollo, even, the god of manly beauty. Now, these men in here are going to have to be physically fairly fit to be in this at all, except for Batch. But they don't have to be celebrated. Matter of fact, I don't even think I'd want some actor coming for some super handsome guy that everybody thinks is handsome anyway, coming forth and say, hey, I want to play the part of Paul. No, I don't think so. Aphrodite, well, she's there in a way, because I'm messing with that idea of, is that lust or not lust surrounding the character of Nama. But no, she's certainly not celebrated. This is not about sex and sexual desire and that kind of love. Orpheus? Well, specifically, no. That was the musician, but they're all musicians. So in a way, I'm not going to cross Orpheus out. In a way, he's there. Mammon, money, wealth, greed. I want money. Not hard to go. You don't have to go very far to imagine that in the real world. It's all about money. Now, matter of fact, I wouldn't want a single unit of money, coin or bill, to be shown anywhere. Mammon, not there. This is not about greed. Midas, King Midas is, there's that legend. I put him together in a way. He wanted gold so badly that everything he touched turned to gold. Great, except he touched his daughter. No. As a matter of fact, it's very anti that kind of wealth and accumulation. Merchants, well, I'm not going to cross them out because there's going to be, as I plan it, 2 scenes where there's a fair and there's exchanging going on. But that can be certainly a barter economy and even a sharing economy. But people that bring stuff and exchange stuff, they do have to live in a way. So, but there was a whole merchant class, or there is a merchant class in India, I think. I'm not going to eliminate them. It's just that idea of money, more money. Monsters, no monsters. No, they could be brought in. A rattlesnake shows up, or coyotes attacking the goats or something. No monsters. None of that stuff. And you sort of left. What are you left with? Well, I showed you. What are present, in a way, as the enemy, is chaos. But it's not. It's what chaos has done. And Hades, Pluto. These are kind of the same. They're there, but not actively. Rather, it's confronting the result of what they've done. This is a Norse god, or not god. I mean a Norse concept in a way. Jumping to science, entropy. If you know your science, is disorder. And ultimately, entropy does occur. I mean, there is no denying the laws of thermodynamics, and everything is moving toward entropy, disorder. Well, this at least would be, well, as a matter of fact, in a single sentence to describe what's happening, these characters are confronting entropy, at least for a while, using their energy. Wind, flood, water, these all destroy stuff. I don't think, well, for one thing, make it much harder to film, but rather it's, you see the result of years of what wind, flooding, and fire, not so much fire, but has done. So in a sense they're there, but it's the result of them. They're not actively there. All right, now one other thing I want to turn to here is the movie is didactic, meaning it teaches. Its purpose, almost more than anything else, is to teach. But it's being so sweetened by a story. And in Act 1 and Act 5, it's very much about the story, to drive the through. So people could be taught and almost not even realize that they're being taught. But this part, Acts 2 to Act 4, or especially 3, could actually be done as documentaries. And in those matters, I am very confident. I'm not confident at all in this business of trying to construct a movie. I have no experience. I only know what I would like the movie to look like, as best I can imagine. But in these, I have complete confidence. A new way of building, a new way of building, a new way of gardening, and a new but old way of managing water. These things would be shown in these acts. And, as I say, each one of those could be taken up with a documentary and interview me, and I'll take you around, show you, here's how you do it, and stuff like that. But it wouldn't have the same impact as what I'm trying to do with this wordless. Don't forget, this is a wordless movie. And craftsmanship. Now, craftsmanship, I'm not a fine craftsman, but I am confident that craftsmanship is very important, and I'm confident that I could show the tools and the places, at least. It's a little bit of a problem to come up with the skilled hands that would be nice to have to show some of this stuff. And finally, I've written down here publishing, because on these subjects, especially building at the moment, no, but all of these, I'm now publishing books, a book particularly on building. So that's going on at the same time as I'm trying to make this movie. All right, bye.